Today, we're diving into the incredible life and wisdom of a truly remarkable human being. Someone who didn't just talk the talk when it came to healthy aging, but walked the walk for over a century. We're talking about Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara, Japan's oldest practicing physician, a man who lived to the astonishing age of 105 and continued to care for patients right up until he was 100 years old. Imagine that, still actively working, still contributing, still vibrant at 100 years old. It's absolutely mind-blowing and makes you wonder, what were his secrets? How did he do it? Dr. Hinohara wasn't just a doctor. He was a visionary, an educator, and a true inspiration. He authored over 150 books, established hospitals, and even founded a non-profit organization dedicated to promoting healthy lifestyles. He was a man of deep intellect and profound simplicity. And it's this blend of wisdom and simplicity that holds the key to his longevity. Now, when we think about living a long life, we often picture complicated diets, intense exercise regimes, or expensive supplements. But Dr. Hinohara's approach was different. It wasn't about chasing fads or extreme measures. His philosophy was rooted in something much more accessible, much more sustainable. Simple meals, consistent daily habits, and finding genuine joy in the small things. It was about living a life filled with purpose and connection, fueled by mindful choices about what he ate and how he spent his time. He believed that energy doesn't come just from food or sleep, but from feeling good and having fun. He often said, "Energy comes from feeling good, not from eating well or sleeping a lot." While he certainly advocated for healthy eating and rest, his point was that a joyful, engaged spirit is a powerful engine for life. He found joy in his work, in connecting with people, and in the simple routines of his day. So what were these simple meals and consistent habits he followed? Dr. Hinohara wasn't a fan of rigid rules, but he did have some core principles that guided his daily life, particularly when it came to his diet. These weren't strict, joyless restrictions, but rather mindful choices that nourished his body and supported his energy levels for decades. He often spoke about 5 key principles for longevity, and these are the ones we're going to focus on today. These aren't just abstract ideas. They are practical, actionable steps that anyone, anywhere, can start incorporating into their lives right now. And the beauty of them is their simplicity. They don't require a complete overhaul of your life, but rather small, consistent adjustments that over time can have a profound impact. Let's dive into the first principle, one that has gained a lot of traction in the health and wellness world today, and something the Okinawans, another famously long-lived population in Japan, have practiced for centuries. Dr. Hinohara advocated for eating until you are only 80% full. This principle is often referred to as hara hachi bu in Japanese, which roughly translates to eat until you are 8 parts full. Think about it. How often do we eat until we feel completely stuffed, uncomfortable, or even a little bit sick? It's a common habit in many cultures, especially when food is abundant. But Dr. Hinohara understood the wisdom in moderation. When you eat until you're only 80% full, you avoid putting excessive strain on your digestive system. Your body doesn't have to work as hard to process a massive amount of food. This leaves more energy for other vital functions and reduces the overall metabolic load. Eating until 80% full also helps regulate blood sugar levels more effectively. When you overeat, especially foods high in simple carbohydrates, you cause a rapid spike in blood sugar, followed by a crash. Over time, these constant spikes and crashes can contribute to insulin resistance and increase the risk of type 2 diabetes, a condition that can significantly impact longevity and quality of life. By stopping when you're just comfortably satisfied, you create a gentler, more stable rise and fall in blood sugar. Furthermore, this practice encourages mindful eating. When you're paying attention to your body's hunger and fullness cues, you're less likely to mindlessly overconsume. It's about listening to your internal signals rather than just cleaning your plate out of habit or external pressure. This mindful approach can also help you better appreciate the food you're eating, savoring each bite and truly enjoying the experience of nourishment. Practicing harahachibu isn't about deprivation, it's about optimal fueling. It's about giving your body enough energy to function well without overburdening it. It takes a little practice to recognize that 80% full feeling. It's not feeling hungry anymore, but also not feeling completely satiated or heavy. It's a feeling of comfortable contentment. Starting by simply paying attention to your body during meals and consciously deciding to put your fork down when you reach that point is a great first step. It's a small habit that can have a big impact on your digestion, energy levels, and long-term health. Moving on to the second principle, Dr. Hinohara emphasized the importance of adding more plant proteins to your diet. In many Western diets, the focus is heavily on animal protein. While animal protein can be a good source of essential amino acids, relying too heavily on it can also come with drawbacks, such as higher levels of saturated fat and cholesterol. Dr. Hinohara, like many proponents of longevity diets around the world, understood the power of plants. Plant proteins, found in foods like lentils, beans, tofu, tempeh, nuts, and seeds, offer a wealth of benefits beyond just protein. They are typically high in fiber, which is crucial for digestive health, helps regulate blood sugar, and contributes to feelings of fullness. They are also packed with vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants, compounds that protect your cells from damage and reduce inflammation in the body. Chronic inflammation is now understood to be a root cause of many age-related diseases, so incorporating anti-inflammatory foods is key to healthy aging. Dr. Hinohara wasn't necessarily advocating for a strictly vegetarian or vegan diet, although those can be perfectly healthy choices for many people. His point was about balance and increasing the proportion of plant-based protein sources in your meals. Instead of making meat the center of every plate, think about making plant proteins the star, or at least a significant supporting actor. What could look like adding lentils to a soup or stew, incorporating beans into salads or chili, snacking on nuts and seeds, or using tofu or tempeh as the base for a stir-fry. Even small additions like sprinkling chia seeds on your yogurt or adding chickpeas to a pasta dish can increase your plant protein intake and the associated nutrients. This principle is about diversifying your protein sources and harnessing the incredible nutritional power of plants to support your body's long-term health. The third principle Dr. Hinohara highlighted is the inclusion of fermented foods in your diet. Japan has a rich tradition of fermented foods such as miso, natto, and pickles, and these have been staples in the Japanese diet for centuries. Dr. Hinohara recognized the significant health benefits these foods offer, particularly for gut health. Fermented foods are created through a process where microorganisms like bacteria and yeast break down carbohydrates. This process not only preserves the food, but also creates beneficial probiotics. Probiotics are live microorganisms that, when consumed in adequate amounts, provide health benefits to the host, primarily by improving the balance of bacteria in the gut. Our gut microbiome, the community of trillions of microorganisms living in our digestive tract, plays a crucial role in our overall health. A healthy gut microbiome is linked to better digestion, improved nutrient absorption, a stronger immune system, and even better mental health. An imbalanced gut, on the other hand, can contribute to inflammation, digestive issues, and potentially increase the risk of various diseases. By regularly consuming fermented foods, you are introducing beneficial bacteria into your gut, helping to maintain a healthy and diverse microbiome. Miso soup, a staple in Japanese meals, is a great source of probiotics. Natto, a traditional Japanese dish made from fermented soybeans, is another powerful fermented food, although its unique texture and smell can be an acquired taste for some. Other examples of fermented foods include yogurt with live and active cultures, kefir, sauerkraut, kimchi, and kombucha. Incorporating fermented foods into your daily or weekly routine is a simple way to support your gut health. Start small if you're new to them. A small serving of sauerkraut with a meal, a glass of kefir in the morning, or adding miso to your cooking can make a difference. This principle is about nourishing your inner ecosystem and recognizing the profound connection between a healthy gut and overall well-being and longevity. The fourth principle from Dr. Hinohara focuses on choosing smart carbohydrates. Carbohydrates often get a bad rap, especially in some modern diets. However, carbohydrates are our body's primary source of energy, and the key is to choose the right kinds. Dr. Hinohara emphasized opting for complex carbohydrates over refined ones. Complex carbohydrates, found in whole grains, vegetables, fruits, and legumes, are digested more slowly than refined carbohydrates. This slow digestion provides a steady release of glucose into the bloodstream, preventing the sharp blood sugar spikes and crashes associated with refined carbs. This stable energy supply is essential for maintaining consistent energy levels throughout the day and supporting metabolic health. Refined carbohydrates, on the other hand, have been processed to remove the bran and germ, stripping away much of the fiber, vitamins, and minerals. White bread, white rice, sugary cereals, and pastries are examples of refined carbohydrates. They are quickly digested, leading to rapid blood sugar increases and often leaving you feeling hungry again soon after eating. Dr. Hinohara's advice to choose smart carbs means prioritizing whole, unprocessed sources. This could involve swapping white rice for brown rice or quinoa, choosing whole wheat bread instead of white bread, and incorporating plenty of vegetables and fruits into your meals. These foods provide not only sustained energy but also essential fiber, vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants that contribute to overall health and disease prevention. It's not about eliminating carbohydrates entirely, but about making conscious choices about the quality of the carbohydrates you consume. By focusing on whole, complex carbs, you are providing your body with the fuel it needs in a way that supports stable energy, good digestion, and long-term health. This principle is about understanding that not all carbs are created equal and making choices that nourish your body effectively. Finally, the fifth principle, and perhaps the most holistic and beautiful one, is about living a light and joyful life. This principle goes beyond just diet and exercise and touches upon the emotional and spiritual aspects of longevity. Dr. Hinohara believed that having a sense of purpose, maintaining social connections, and finding joy in everyday life were just as crucial for longevity as physical health. He encouraged staying active and engaged, both mentally and physically. Even in his later years, he continued to work, travel, and give lectures. He believed that retirement, in the traditional sense of completely stopping work, could actually be detrimental to health. He advocated for finding meaningful activities and contributing to society for as long as possible. Living a light life also means letting go of unnecessary burdens, stress, and negativity. Chronic stress is known to have detrimental effects on the body, contributing to inflammation, weakened immunity, and an increased risk of chronic diseases. Dr. Hinohara's emphasis on joy and lightness suggests the importance of managing stress effectively, cultivating a positive outlook, and finding humor in life. Joy can be found in countless small moments: a conversation with a friend, a walk in nature, listening to music, pursuing a hobby, or simply appreciating the beauty around you. It's about cultivating a sense of gratitude and finding pleasure in the simple things. Maintaining social connections is also a vital part of living a joyful life. Dr. Hinohara understood the importance of community and relationships. Loneliness and social isolation have been linked to negative health outcomes. Spending time with loved ones, engaging with your community, and building strong social bonds can provide emotional support, reduce stress, and contribute to a sense of belonging and purpose. Living a light and joyful life is about nurturing your spirit as much as your body. It's about finding meaning, fostering connections, managing stress, and actively seeking out moments of happiness and contentment. This principle reminds us that longevity isn't just about the absence of disease. It's about living a full, vibrant, and joyful life for as long as possible.